All right, moving on. Haryana-based YouTuber and creator of travel-based content, Jyoti Malhotra, has been arrested and sent to 5-day police remand over charges of spying for Pakistan. The 33-year-old YouTuber has been booked under the Official Secrets Act as well as the BNS. Enjoying a massive following of over 380,000 on YouTube and over 139,000 on Instagram, Jyoti has been exposed for her close links with Pakistani intelligence and security officials. Information has come to light revealing that Jyoti visited Pakistan around 4 times and was allegedly tasked with spreading a positive narrative about Pakistan in India by her Pakistani handlers. Jyoti's visits and contacts in Pakistan were facilitated by a Pakistan High Commission staffer in New Delhi called Ehsan-ur-Rahim alias Danish. Jyoti came in contact with Danish during her efforts to gain a visitor's visa to Pakistan. Danish then allegedly acted as a handler, introducing her to ISI operatives and maintaining regular contact via encrypted platforms. On Danish's insistence, she met a man called Ali Ehwan during her Pakistan visit, who allegedly introduced her to 2 Pakistani security and intelligence officials. According to police officials, Jyoti remained in touch with the 3 men, exchanging several phone calls and messages and sharing sensitive information about vital installations of India. What is interesting is that Danish was declared persona non grata by the Indian government on the 13th of May and asked to leave the country immediately over espionage charges. Now, as India's crackdown on terror continues, 5 more people have been arrested from Punjab and Haryana in the deep web of Pakistan's spy network in the country. With security concerns paramount at this time, it is imperative to ask how deep does Pakistan's nexus go, even as we work towards its complete eradication. We'll talk about this with our guest. Joining us, somebody special on the show, Mr. Yashovardhan Azad, former Special Director of IB. Mr. M.K. Meena, former IPS, also with us. Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist, is also joining us. Advocate Dinesh Jatwani, advocate of the Supreme Court, with us on the program as well. Mr. Azad, I'll begin with you, sir. Thank you so much. I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can.
Well, sir, this matter though has been caught. What worries me is the ease with which a particular person, a popular person on YouTube and Instagram, was able to go and meet these ISI agents in the Pakistani embassy, go to Kashmir, go to Pakistan, come back, talk about how good Pakistan is for months and months on, and still not get caught. Do you think that in itself is a problem that should have been dealt with at an earlier phase?
Well, I think, you get information about a lot of such incidents and such people, but unless you catch them at a ripe time, it becomes a case which has, not been properly developed. When once fame gets to your head, you're actually very, very vulnerable, and you sort of give way to your, other desires and other aims and ambitions. She was a YouTuber, and a lot of these things are very conflicting and yet very, very connected. It's indeed very worrisome that a YouTuber with such a following gets into the trap. And what is extremely, unbelievable or deplorably stupid to me is that when you are friendly with somebody in the Pakistani Commission, High Commission here, and then at the behest of him, you meet all the officials over there. I mean, we have a complete record of all the ISI activities which go on, their modus operandi, and yet you partake in such a. That is what amazingly fascinates me, that you go to Pahalgam and you go to Bali with those particular people. Yes, there are worrisome signs, as you said earlier, that the earlier people also, the other people have also been caught from Punjab and Haryana. But mind you, there are many sleeper cells in this country, and they are not only to the terrorist cells, but they don't only belong to terrorist cells, but also to the ISI agents out here. Some of them have been caught in the sweep also, which has taken place in Kashmir and which is on right now. But it's very, very important to trace them in other parts, say in Kerala or South India and even the central part of this country.
How How important? So we understand that Pakistan obviously will have this network of spies in our country, but do you think this problem has been looked into or given its due attention and gravitas?
Oh, yes, absolutely. In fact, anything against espionage or sabotage, the IB looks at it very, very carefully. And it's an ongoing operation. In fact, it's one of the top targets of these countries' security agencies. This has been going on. Yes, you're right that in certain cases, it takes some time to develop the case. And that's also extremely important because you realize, as you see in this particular case, there are 4 or 5 other people have also been caught. Now, if you try to nip it in the bud and catch them very early till the case is not properly developed, then you'll get only a part of it. So, in this respect, I think it was a very, very good job done by the intelligence and the police agencies.
So, in light of what happened, right after Pahalgam, Operation Sindoor, do you think that India's network across the world, when it comes to detecting terrorist activities, needs to be upped, considering the fact that we are getting blackmailed by Al Qaeda all of a sudden now, a group that got very quiet in the last few years, but right after Muridke and Bahawalpur and the Markaz attacks, there has been this up in the murmurs of intelligence when it comes to terrorism. Do you think that India needs to keep that focus alive?
No, no, absolutely. It's a very extremely important issue that you have raised, and mind you, related to that action again is the 14 crores given by the Pakistan PM
Absolutely.
to,
To
to
Masoor
to
Azad.
Yes, to Masoor Azad. And mind you, this is not only about Al Qaeda in Pakistan, their operatives in Pakistan, but almost in other countries who are inimical to India's interests and who are backing Pakistan. In fact, today we should not only be worried about the Al Qaeda activities in the central region or certain countries abroad, but also in places like Bangladesh, which is now kind of in mickle interest against India. And the tentacles of the Al Qaeda is definitely going to spread, not only in the neighboring countries too. Therefore, it's actually an ongoing job. It's a tough job, and it's a very, very painstaking job to sort of ferret out these elements from various places. And now, after the action in Operation Sindoor, I feel a little very enthused about the fact that India has shown its capability of striking at the terror camps. And well, if such activities again take place, we shall do it again.
Sir, appreciate you joining us. Thank you so much, sir, for being here with us. Let me also rope in our other guest, Mr. M.K. Meena, former IPS, with us on the program as well. Gautam Mukherjee, senior journalist. Advocate Dinesh Jotwani, advocate of the Supreme Court, is also with us on the program. Gautam, what do you make of what's happened over here? This web of spies that India has obviously penetrated into and found out that these are the people, the normal YouTubers who are still floating around and flirting around with Aman Ki Asha, are the ones perhaps who have passed on sensitive information to some ISI agents. Gautam?
For long, Uday, we have been talking in terms of point 0.5, of the enemy within the country. Now, we haven't been very serious about doing something about it. There are, at an estimate, over 10 crore illegal immigrants, mainly from Bangladesh and Pakistan. There are spies, there are sleeper cells, there are, overground workers in places like Kashmir. Now, we have really only just begun to crack down after Pahalgam, after a very long time. There was a lull, there was a complacency, there was lack of official attention to all of this. And now we realize that we are under grave threat, not only by the Pakistan ISI, but also by the Bangladesh administration, by the Chinese, um, to some extent, the American deep state. We have a lot of enemies who are interested in one, harming us in a security context, and secondly, harming the economy of India so that we do not catch up to the West and to China and America, at least as per schedule. So, but we have begun. Now, another report said that we are going to set up detention camps in every single state into which we will be placing the illegal immigrants. We have also begun to push Bangladeshi immigrants, illegal immigrants, at the borders. We are doing this, in a straight line method without engaging with Bangladesh officially. We are simply taking the illegal immigrants to the border and sending them across. Now, this is the way we have to go on. There's also a fifth column. We are remarkably, benign with various politicians as well as other pressure groups, NGOs and the like, who blatantly speak against the country, try and organize funds to inimical groups that create security issues within the country. Again, we do nothing about all this, and it is high time that we treat traitors and treasonous activity in a serious manner, because we are actually under severe threat. Now, we've said to Pakistan that if you promote any more terrorist activity, we are coming after you again. Having said that, what are you going to do when Pakistan turns around and says, these are your own people attacking you, it's got nothing to do with us, why are you blaming us? While that may not be 100% true, it does have elements. As a example, this Mrs. Malhotra, who has been carrying on in this particular manner. Uday.
Okay, Gautam, it's Vineet, not Uday, but thanks for the compliment. Nevertheless, MK Meena, former IPS, also with us on the program. Mr. Meena, Gautam has, of course, laid out an important detail here that, it's not only Pakistan, it's Bangladesh, it's China, and a host of other Islamic jihadi radicals who will be looking to foment trouble in India. And as long as these YouTubers don't understand the gravity of India's security at this social media and beyond level, we are not safe.
In fact, we have to be careful from all anti-social elements and anti-national elements. What Haryana police has done this is a good job they have done, as earlier our sir has also spoken, Azad sir has also spoken in detail. But I can say that elements who are working in the countries which you have named, they have to be kept under watch. The border states and border districts, they have to be alert, physically as well as collection of intelligence. It is not only central agency who are also involved basically in collecting intelligence for foreign elements, but state police and border districts should also be strengthened so that nothing can be done in borders by these anti-social elements. And it is fact that since our neighbors like China, Bangladesh and Pakistan, they are against us, they may do any activity, any anti-national activities. So we have to keep their activities under watch, movements under watch. Those Indians who are visiting these countries, they have to also have kept under strict watch. As now Malhotra has been arrested by Haryana police. Now we have to interrogate in such a way all sequence of events, sequence of like all those who have been arrested, each and everybody has to be interrogated in scientific and professional way and to extract things. If they have done mischievous things, they should be punished. If they have not done, they should be let out. But since the police must be having some strong evidence against them, so they should really carry out investigation in professional way. And as you are telling these countries, we have to be like earlier Bangladesh was friendly to us. Now in Bangladesh activities are anti-Indians. We have to keep watch now. So all borders areas, all border districts and border states, they have to be very, they have to keep watch, they have to remain alert, they have to intensify their intelligence network, they have to patrol the whole area. Like those spy who are living in India, they should not come in contact with those countries. So it depends whether this Malhotra case is only friendship case or any anti Indian case. That depends how investigation takes place. If she has not done anything, is it only simply her friendship, then it's different. But if she has really revealed, because police knows better, investigate agencies know better. If she has revealed, she has given certain crucial information which should not be given by Indian to any country, then it is a very serious offense. But investigation has to be done in scientific way. So likewise, we have to be very alert. By this Pahalgam incident was very brutal. The Indian government, what they have done, state government, they have done his role is commendable. After this incident, they are doing it, and there should be pressure on enemy that they should not have courage to do such things. They should not support terrorism in our country, because terrorism in our country is being supported by many countries, especially Pakistan. We should be very strict taking action against them. We should also increase deployment of BSF on the borders. We should also increase deployment of army on the LOCs, LAC wherever they are deployed, even SSB, even ITBP, even Assam rifles. They have to be like, we have to strengthen their force, and whatever their requirement is there. Border districts, whatever their requirement, border states.
Right. Let me also rope in Advocate Dinesh Jotwani into this conversation. Advocate Jotwani, espionage is a serious crime, but the punishment for it has to act as a deterrent for anybody, even having a passing thought of plotting against the nation.
That's very correct. In fact, Section 152 of Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita categorically says that sedition definition is very wide. It can be any action, it can be any word, it can be any gesture. So any of these three things that take place against the government of the country, the sedition charges come into play. So looking at Section 152, which Jyoti Malhotra has been charged with, she has been arrested. There is also a Section 3 and Section 4 of the Official Secrets Act, which the FIR talks about. Fortunately, I had a chance to read the FIR also, and the FIR is very preliminary. We all know that the case originated when one of the Pakistani staffer, Danish, his contacts were seen in India, and one of the contact was Jyoti Malhotra, who is a known YouTuber, and she visited all these countries: Pakistan, China, Thailand. So all these countries that she had visited, this all comes into scanner. Looking at the FIR, now I am only talking about legal perspective. So in Section 152, which is actually sedition, it's part of BNS enacted in 2023, which definition is very wide. And by the way, in previous Indian Penal Code also this section was there. It has been challenged in Supreme Court a number of times that the definition of being of conducting sedition is extremely wide. So if you do anything which is against the government of the country, so it's very political situation also. Having said that, I also had a occasion to read the statement of Jyoti Malhotra's parents that are coming out. She said that they are saying that she went to Pakistan and China, and that's not a crime, right? She was in touch with the Pakistan staffer, that's not a crime. If she calls up somebody in Pakistan, that's not a crime. So what this is what their defense is, and I'm telling you as a lawyer, the case of the prosecution has to rest on concrete evidence, and that concrete evidence is still not known. Concrete evidence: is there a financial transaction going into her bank account, or is there a money that is going into her relative's bank account? Is there a money? How was she was traveling so many places? How was this money coming? Who was sponsoring her visits? So prosecution has to prove all that. Prosecution has to show what exactly is the document or a piece of evidence that she gave to the Pakistani side. So what was that official secret of India? So that is not in the FIR. And of course, I mean, as a lawyer, I say everything can't be put in an FIR. This is a part of investigation. This is what the police in Haryana and the central police, being NIA, needs to look into all these evidence. I would just like to say that these are very important cases for the government. Tomorrow, if Jyoti Malhotra gets the bail or she gets acquitted in the case, it's the embarrassment for the whole country.
You're
it's not the
absolutely right.
government,
Unfortunately,
the whole
we've
country.
run out of time.
So,
But your thoughts and your feedback is absolutely pivotal here. But unfortunately, we have run out of time. I appreciate everybody who joined us and shared their thoughts with us. We'll take a short break. Be right back.